on XL7-TV.
Welcome to the morning show on XL7-TV. I'm Bob Rickton. While this is Scooter. Whoop, whoop. Scott Callies.
How are you, sir?
It's just another Monday.
And
don't be telling me it's Friday. It's Monday.
All right. I'll let you. I snorted. That was cute. I'll let you live your dream there.
What did you snort?
I don't know. I
thought you gave that up.
I heard that.
I thought you gave that up. That snorting.
All right. I had to make sure Facebook was going. I was having a computer glitch right before everything froze on the Facebook side.
You call it whatever you want to, Scooter.
So I had to make sure
it's your world. We're just
up
visiting.
And going. There you go. Remember that.
Yeah.
Remember that. So how are you?
Yes.
Other than it being a Monday on a Friday.
It's been a week of Mondays.
Yeah. And then you got rain coming in, which is really going to put you behind.
No, it just aggravates me.
I get it.
Hold off on some rain till July. That'd be really good.
Yeah. Doesn't look like it's going to happen.
So let me tell you about Wednesday night.
Oh, here we go.
All right.
I'm ready.
So Wednesday night,
yeah,
I'm mowing, of course. Go to Gasville, pick up my compadre that helps me, and we take off down to White River. And we mow a good-sized house down there. And the owner of the house had acquired another lot next to it, so he'd asked us to do it as well. So we stopped at the McDonald's there in Gasville, got some drinks, and went on down. Well, unbeknownst to me, get out like I always do, jump out, unload, start mowing. We mow until dark 30. It's dark. And down there in the river, there's no street lights. It's dark. Like somebody shut the lights out. We load up. We come back to town. I drop Josh off back at the pharmacy. And I'm thinking, well, what if I got a couple bucks? I'll just swing over to Casey's. And when I get back to town, I got to take my mower in, drop it off. I'm going to swing by Casey's, get a bottle of water, go on home. Reach for my wallet. My wallet's not there.
Oh, no.
I'm thinking, oh, no, this is not a good thing. Wallet's gone. Pull over the side of the road. I search my truck like I was some drug dealer getting pulled over by state troopers. I searched my truck. Josh calls. Is that you on the side of the road? No. There's 50 trucks just like mine hauling 2 Spartan lawnmowers. Yeah. Yes, Josh, it's me. At this point, I'm a little bit testy because I'm missing my wallet. I said, I lost my wallet. I guess I'm going to head back down to the river and see if I can find it. We'll come by the house. I got this new flashlight. It'll light up a football field. And I mean to tell you, they could see it from the space shuttle. This thing lights. Yeah. It does everything but make noise. It's perfect. It's great light. It gets hot real quick, though. He said, follow me to my house. We'll pick that up. I'll come with you. So go to his house, drop the trailer off, load back up, and we drive back down to this house on the river. We walk up and down the road, not there. I'm thinking, well, maybe I didn't put it in my pocket, which I didn't. Put it in my pocket, and when I got out of the truck, it just fell right there on the ground. That was my hope. Drive back down there, pick it up, come right home. Not a chance. So
now you're out there with this big
we got a floodlight kicking the grass. Now, mind you, this grass was this tall when we cut it, so there's grass, like a hayfield, grass everywhere. Long story short. It was not there. We couldn't find it. Well, I just got to go back there, rake it all up, sift through it, find my wallet. No. We drive really, really slow, leaving there. We drive all the way through this subdivision, off the pavement, across the cattle guard, up a mile of bumpy dirt road, all the way up by First Baptist Flippin', get ready to make the left to go down to the railroad tracks and cross. I said, Josh, and there's a cop sitting in the parking lot of the church. Now, this is 11:30 at night. I'm thinking this cop is going to pull us over because we're spotlighting, right? We're poaching. He just turns his headlights on. He doesn't do anything else. and I see a strip of white about this big laying on the ground. I said, I wonder what that is. Josh, hand me your flashlight. Whoa, 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 whoa. There's my wallet. It's 8 or 9 miles from the house.
Oh, no.
Laying on the road, and it's pouring rain, laying on the road. Everything's still in it. This is the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for the morning prayer. We're about to run out of time.
Never mind. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, I got lucky.
That's funny.
Morning prayer brought to you by Hospice of the Ozarks, 870-508-1771. Hospice of the Ozarks been serving Baxter, Marion County since 1979. They'd be glad to serve you as well. And now the morning prayer. Lord, we just thank you for the day that you've given us. Lord, we just thank you for the evenings that you allow us to have to do fun things like mow grass. Lord, we just thank you for our troops that are fighting in conflicts overseas. Lord, we just pray that you bring them back home soon and safely. Lord, we just pray that you will continue to be with our students as school is out today. Lord, they're out for the summer. Lord, we just pray that you bring them back all safely. Back in August when school starts back up. Give them a great summer to enjoy themselves and their friends and their families. And Lord, we just thank you for all that you do for us in our lives. It's in Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Hospice of the Ozarks, 870-508-1771. We'll be back after a quick word from Bob and Linda Zdora, the Z Team of Century 21 LeMac Realty.
Hi, I'm Bob Zdora, the Z Team. I'd like to share something with you. Our team didn't need to reach everyone to be considered successful. We only needed the power of one. One person who was delighted with the way they were treated, helping them to reach their real estate goals. One person who told another person who told another, and so on. So if you're ready to buy or sell real estate, the Z Team would like to be your one. Give us a call. 870-405-0793, Century 21 LeMac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for lake levels, dam reports, and all the weather updates brought to you by Bob and Linda Zdora, the Z Team, Century 21 LeMac Realty. 870-405-0793 is their number. Retiredarkansas.net is their website. If you go there, click on live views. This is what you see this morning. Well, that's a pretty good shot. If the weather would just stay like that for the next 5 or 6 days, everybody would be happy, including me.
You're not going to be that lucky at all.
I'm not going to be happy.
It'd be nice. It'd be nice, and I understand.
I'm not going to be happy.
No, you're not going to be happy, unfortunately.
Not going to be happy. Nope. What you're looking at is the beautiful White River that separates Baxter County, Arkansas from Marion County, Arkansas. You're looking at the city of Cotter, their baseball field, their city park, downtown Cotter, if there is such a thing as downtown Cotter. Yeah. Rainbow Bridge to your left. Behind that is the old trellis bridge for the railroad tracks, the baseball field, Big Spring Park. Normally on Memorial Day, without the rain, that Big Spring Park would be pretty busy. But I bet you could swing that rope all day long if you want to come Memorial Day, as much rain as we're going to be getting.
Yeah, I got a feeling that's not going to be good.
Contractors Trust to the right, Railroad Museum there next to it, City of Mountain Home far off to the right, City of Gassville in front of it. Straight ahead is the state of Missouri. And
right next to me is State of Confusion.
Standing next to Scooter on the right. That's not a nice way to talk about your intern.
Yeah, my intern. Yeah, that's who I was talking about, Bob. Yeah. Yeah, blame it on her.
Well, there's no confusion here. I know exactly why I don't want to be here. Beautiful, beautiful shot. You can go to retiredarkansas.net, click on live views, and go through these Z clips. And I'm going to run through some temperatures as Scooter lets some of those play through. Currently in Mountain Home, it's 57. Harrison is 54. Batesville, Yellville, Marshall, all at 57. Salem at 54. Mountain View at 57, Calico Rock at 59, West Plains, Missouri 54, Springfield, Missouri 57, Poplar Bluff, Missouri 55, along with St. Louis, Missouri at 55 as well. The Railroad Depot. Is it depot or a depot?
Depot.
Depends on who you ask. Take a look at the radar as we let it settle in here. No, it's fixed. It just takes a little bit. As you can see, Arkansas for the short term is clear. Got some rain coming up through Kansas, Nebraska, heading our direction. Some heavy rains up in the northeast, up into Canada. New Orleans getting a little bit of rain itself. We're going to go ahead and zoom into Arkansas. We'll let it catch up to the 7 o'clock hour. And for the most part, from Bentonville to Blytheville, Fayetteville over to Jonesboro. Got a little bit of rain coming in about 10 o'clock in Fayetteville. Dissipates around noon. But for the most part, most of today, during the day, is going to be clear through Arkansas. Flash floods all across north central Arkansas, over the northwest Arkansas, northeastern Oklahoma, southeastern Kansas, southwestern Missouri. Flash floods are imminent. 7-day forecast. Today is going to be high 71, partly sunny, then a chance of rain. Rain tonight, low of 56, high tomorrow 69 with heavy rain, then showers. Showers likely tomorrow night, low of 59. I don't know what that was. High of 68 degrees with heavy rain on Sunday. Sunday night, low of 57 in showers. A high of 66 in showers on Memorial Day. Monday night, low of 57, and then high Tuesday with a chance of rain. Go figure, high 74. Let's see what Wednesday looks like. Partly sunny, high near 74 Wednesday, 30% chance of rain on Thursday. So we got a wet week coming up. Pollen and allergy, tree pollen, none today, none tomorrow, none on Sunday. Grass is very high today, moderate tomorrow, low on Sunday, and no ragweed to speak of. Lake levels and dam reports. Lake Norfolk, 569.79, which is 17.79 above full pool of 552. Currently generating with 2 at this time. Bull Shoals Lake, 683.58, which is 24.58 above full pool of 659, and they are also running 2 at this time. Lake levels, dam reports, and all the weather updates brought to you by Bob and Linda Zdora, the Z Team of Century 21 LeMac Realty. 870-405-0793 is their number. retiredarkansas.net is their website. These are realtors you can recommend to your friends. They're busy, but never too busy to help you. Bob and Linda Zdora, the Z Team. We'll be right back.
When the acres add up, so does the work. The Kubota LO2 series is ready for it. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience, it features powerful, dependable Kubota diesel engines, performance-matched attachments, and the versatility to get the job done right.
For all your Kubota needs, visit Ozarks Farm and Lawn in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for community news and happenings brought to you by Ozarks Farm and Lawn, the dealership that deals. 870-425-3434. Highway 62 Southwest at Buford Road. If you're looking for anything to do with hay,
They got you covered.
they got you covered. I drove by there last night again, going up toward Gassville, and it's just like they add something every day. The parking lot that whole yard is just full of
They
stuff.
don't just have you covered, they have it in stock.
Yeah.
In their parking lot.
Yep. Ozarks Farm and Lawn, Kubotas, New Hollands, hay equipment, tedders, rakes, balers, round bales, square bales, parts, service. You got it.
Construction equipment now.
Backhoes, excavators, skid steers, and tilt bed trailers.
There you go. You got it.
They've got it, all kinds of stuff. Let's see what's going on today, Friday the 23rd of May from 12 to 3 at the Bull Shoals VFW at 1206 Central Boulevard, Bull Shoals, Arkansas. They'll be having a free legal veterans clinic, free civil legal services, estate planning, driver's license reinstatement. This is all brought to you by Legal Aid of Arkansas, equal access to justice, help you with domestic relations, consumer debt, housing, give you all kinds of ideas what's available out there for veterans. And then tomorrow from 7:30 to 11 at Alley White, American Legion Post 52, they'll be having a pancake fundraiser, $10 for adults, kids 5 through 12, $5, all you care to eat, pancakes, sausage, biscuits, gravy, coffee, orange juice. Free for World War II, Korean War veterans, and if you're law enforcement or EMT, you can show up in uniform and eat for free. Let's see what we got here. Military Service Sisters will be meeting today at the Black Sheep Barbecue Smokehouse and Grill at Yaleville. That'll be at 12 o'clock noon. The Night of Hope Gala fundraiser for Hospice House, or Hospice of the Ozarks, will be Saturday, June the 7th at 5:30 at the Shed here in Mountain Home. It's a Kentucky Derby themed evening of cocktails, dinner, silent auction, live entertainment, all to benefit Hospice of the Ozarks. For more information, call Rebecca Rayner, 870-508-1771. And then we've got the big golf tournament for ASU Mountain Home coming up on the 7th and 8th of June. It's a 2-day, 3-man scramble. Shotgun start at 7:30 and 1:30. It's $225 per person, $675 per team, limited to 72 teams. No professional golfers allowed. Spouse and guest tickets for $60 for all the meals or $30 for just the Saturday night dinner. And that should be a good time as well. Let's see. Kid festivities going on at the Youth Center over the summer. Get a hold of Enoch Pippin, 870-424-9311. And there we go. Community News and Happenings brought to you by Ozarks Farm and Lawn, the dealership that deals. 870-425.
We got one more.
3434. Oh, yes.
Oh,
Yeah, we can't. I'm gonna.
What?
That's you. I'm positive. She's got an announcement she'd like to read.
Oh, yeah. My church is doing a revival nights tonight at 7 p.m. There's going to be a word of revival. Pastor Philip Gomez will bring a message that will stir your faith and reignite your passion for God's purpose in your life. It's located at 940 East 9th Street, Mountain Home, Arkansas.
There we go.
We're matching.
No? What a deal.
Yeah.
Community News and Happenings brought to you by Ozarks Farm and Lawn, the dealership that deals. We'll be back with This Week in Real Estate with Bob Zdora.
Your senior healthcare specialist is VACO Insurance in Mountain Home. Retired law enforcement and disabled veteran owner Frank VACO and staff can help you with all your insurance needs. VACO Insurance provides coverage for most carriers in the area, such as Medicare, Affordable Care Act, individual, or any other health or life insurance options. With over 13 years experience and agents in multiple areas and locations throughout northern Arkansas and southern Missouri, VACO Insurance is the right choice to handle all your insurance needs. That's VACO Insurance, located in Mountain Home.
For all things glass, contact the professionals at Clear Results Glass in Mountain Home. Whether you're needing a rock chip repair or a full windshield replacement, Clear Results Glass can take care of all of your automotive glass needs with fast turnarounds at competitive prices. They service business and residential customers and can custom cut any glass or provide you with the right fit for your home windows, sliding doors, commercial glass, or even a frameless shower enclosure. Contact Clear Results Glass today for a quote or to schedule your next glass project. That's Clear Results Glass, located in Mountain Home.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
At Hospice of the Ozarks, our purpose is you, not just your illness. We offer a compassionate plan of care that respects your dignity and honors your wishes with countless services and groundbreaking programs. We are committed to improving the quality of life for both you and your family. We provide care and support in the comfort of wherever you call home, but we also have the area's only hospice house when needed. As the only local not-for-profit hospice, we will never turn away a patient regardless of their ability to pay. Learn more at hospiceoftheozarks.org.
Oh, honey, we've had such a wonderful vacation here in the Ozarks. I really hate to go home.
I know. The lakes, the rivers, they've all been great for fishing. Oh, and the boating and the swimming.
And the people are so nice in the stores and restaurants.
Let's call an agent and see if we can make Mountain Home our new home.
Call the Z-Team, 870-405-0793. Century 21 LeMac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East, Mountain Home.
870-405-0793. Hello, Z-Team?
When you're out of town. Turn them down.
Oh.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for This Week in Real Estate, I guess. Scooter, you ought to take your seat back. Mr. Bob Zdora.
Morning.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm going to let all this falter go.
Yeah.
And we'll just
you have a lot more patience than
you
I
and
do
me.
for this.
Just you and me.
Go ahead. How's life?
Life is good.
Big Memorial weekends with all the rain that's coming. You have your umbrella polished for the umbrella parade?
For the umbrella, we'll probably need it Monday morning
gosh.
over at the square.
Holy cow. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, we've had it a lot. I mean, we've had, I had 2 trees that uprooted up on the ridge.
On the project?
thing we got up there, yeah. And one landed in another tree, so that's going to be a real pain.
Oh, yeah.
Try to get it dismembered to get it out, but the ground is so soft, you know.
Fun to watch from that vantage point, from where you're at. You can watch all the storms kind of blow
watch them
in,
come
blow
in.
out.
Yeah, we were watching the storms up in Missouri the other night before they came here. You could see it running across the sky up there. That camera's a great thing.
RetiredArkansas.net is where you can see those pictures we're talking
Go up on
about.
the top right, on the icon up there on the top right.
Click on live views and you'll be live.
It's really cool to watch.
And on several occasions, those views have been on the Weather Channel.
Yes, they have. And Linda's out there. She could see it, so she had it on. She put it on, and she goes, oh. She ran outside, got the spider webs off of it, so people looking could see to make sure they had a good view. So that was pretty cool.
Is that a daily adventure?
We had certain times of the year. Yeah, it's like now the spiders are starting because all the gnats and stuff are up in the, you know, the birds, get the birds up flying around in big circles, just coming by, just stuffing themselves with nature's bounty.
There you go. It's there.
So
Wonderful.
it is. It's good. We're getting stuff done. We're helping people out. A couple showings. We got showings over on the house in Cotter. Just good, you know. We got a couple closings set up, I think, for this week. Linda's going to be going up to Chicago over the weekend, next weekend, and so you'll still be able to talk to her though. If you want to call, you can call her, and she'll call me and tell me what to do.
You're not going.
No, it's just too many other things going on.
Right.
So, a little family business to take care of, and just life, you know, Bob. It's just life.
It's just the way it is.
It's just the way it is. So, but we're doing well. We're helping people. I'm happy.
How's the traffic? How is the?
It's slowed down some. There's no doubt that the interest rates and the people not knowing what's going on, you know.
But
the country's moving forward at breakneck speed. I mean, things are being done very rapidly, and a lot of great things are being done. Don't misunderstand me, but it's just not what people are used to, and they get kind of pulled in, you know, when you look at the numbers, and the numbers are starting to fall from last year, and that'll be the first time for a while. The number, as far as the number of houses that are sold, and prices are coming down a little bit, and the inventory's coming up.
But the number of houses is coming up.
Right.
So trending, if you were able to go back 4 or 5 years, this time of the year, the Memorial Weekend, with schools getting out all across the nation at different times between now and the middle of June, is it always a little bit slower at this time of the year because of those factors, or is it?
No, we're usually busy now.
Is it because of the holiday?
The holidays, because the adults are still traveling. The adults are trying to get ahead of the kids and the vacationers. It's like they come in the spring and they come in the fall. You know, they want to avoid that summer baseball tournament, volleyball, whatever it may be. You know, they want to come, they want to enjoy the lakes, they want to enjoy the campgrounds, and it's not as crowded during those times, and they have the time to do that. You know, you can get in the RV, you can get in the car, you can go and just come here and have a good week, you know, and just putz around, look at houses, get a feel for the area. That's really the biggest thing.
And however, you've got to blame a little bit on the slowdown due to the abundance of water that we have in our lakes right now too.
That's part of it. It slows the boaters down some. There's no question.
Campgrounds are closed.
Some of the state campgrounds are, but there's a lot of other places to stay now. I mean, it's amazing when you drive around. You are moving around, and the number of places that have popped up to park your RV to stay for a week, 3 days, whatever it is you need. There's a lot of them now. So the state, we're not as reliant on those state campgrounds. I mean, they're prettier, but the ones on the river are okay.
Yeah.
The water's up, but it doesn't get high enough to really affect them. The lakes are high.
That's why the lakes are high.
Exactly. Well, and that's all dependent upon need for energy and what they need water-wise downstate. And they tell them how much to let out.
Right.
And that's what these lakes were built for. That's what the dams were built for, was to build the lakes to be retention for floods and things like that, excessive rain.
You made mention a little bit ago when we started the conversation about a festivity on Monday.
Yes.
What happens if that gets rained? Do you know?
We'll move it over to the VFW.
Move it over
right
to
there,
the VFW.
just across the kitty corner from the square.
Right.
They'll just move it over there.
What's that event
They've
about?
done it before. Well, it's just it's Memorial Day. Obviously, that's what this weekend's all about. It's for those who have passed. Memorial Day is for those who have passed. Veterans Day is for those of us that are alive and have served in whatever way, shape, or form. But for Memorial Day, it used to be. It was originally started like after the Civil War, to go out, clean the graves off, because you're at spring decoration day, right? And to go out and clean the graves off and help them recover from winter and make them pretty for spring. And that was what it all started over. And then it evolved to what it is now, is a national holiday for marking the passing of those who have served. And so there'll be probably 11, I'm going to say. It's usually when it is on the square. They should send something. And there'll be speakers. I think Jason Estrenko may be speaking.
He is.
And I thought I saw that, yeah. Both, veterans, and it'll be good. It'll be good.
And the
we need
reason
to remember those
I
that
bring
have
this
gone
up, exactly
ahead
right.
of us.
The reason I bring it up is because in this area, those events are a big deal.
Yeah.
Which they should be a big deal everywhere.
True.
But here where we are, it's Veterans Day, Memorial Day, Independence Day. All those things are still live and well.
Yes, sir.
In our portion of God's country.
And every time you go someplace, anytime there's a public event, they recognize the veterans. They want you to stand up. They want you to, whatever. And that's what we have here. I mean, that's the small town America that everybody needs. In Chicago, Monday will be a bank holiday, and that's all they're going to be concerned about.
Post office and the bank.
Yeah,
Yep.
Right, that's it. Well, we're closed. Everything's closed. Why? What happened?
Yeah. Who died?
Yeah. So, without thinking of those who did die, but Memorial Day is a big holiday here, and Veterans Day is a big holiday, and we thank everybody for that. I mean, the veterans. You feel kind of funny sometimes at some of these events, where you recognize the veterans could go eat first and stuff. Well, there's people that are a lot more deserving of that. Veterans generally have a tendency to not be breaking their arms, patting themselves on the back. We're looking for somebody else. But here, take the coppers, take the EMTs, take the nurses, doctors, whatever. But let them go first.
Right.
We'd rather do that.
Right. The real estate market itself drives everything else that happens in an area. Whether it's
without a doubt.
Arkansas, or
Without a doubt. It doesn't matter where it is.
Timbuktu. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So as the market fluctuates, you can see the different things and the level of activity in our area. Hopefully, things will straighten out a little bit, and then it'll come back to a happy medium.
It does. It has a tendency to be that that
Pendulum
swing.
swing,
Pendulum swing. It's so many other social issues and everything else that pendulum moves, and real estate moves the same way. People right now, like I say, the interest rates are kind of tough. They're over 7 again. That'll settle down again, but they're not going to go back to 4s and stuff. If it goes back to 4s, something has gone desperately wrong. They're trying to recover from something else, and it has a lot to do. I took a thing from Business Insider that baby boomers own roughly 41% of the country's total real estate value. And we're only a fifth of the population, but we own 41%.
Whereas the millennials, they make a slightly larger share of the population, but own just 20% of the real estate. And what it is that we have made ours already, and we can afford to buy that, and we have a tendency to buy second properties and things like that. And that's keeping the market up, and it's keeping the kids, quote unquote, out of the market because they can't afford it, whereas the adults are buying stuff up. Now they're buying it, a lot of it, for the kids, for their kids, or for an estate for their kids going farther down the line. I don't think there's a lot of people buying stuff just to buy stuff, but it's just the way. And then remember, that's a nationwide thing. It's not just here, but that's affecting the market as well. And you see the number of houses that we get people that own 2-3 houses, and they're using them for rentals, investments, things like that. Oh, that's a house that a first-time home buyer can't get.
Right.
And they have a hard time getting them anyway, but it's keeping the prices up, especially here.
Let's take a look at your numbers.
This week in real estate. Come on, talk to Papa. I gotta change the timer on this. This week in real estate, there were 65 new listings came on the market, 3 commercial properties, 18 parcels of land, 44 homes came on the market. They range from 37,000 to 1.25 million. 6 of them are taking backups. There were 42 sales, a commercial property, 7 parcels of land, 34 homes sold. They range in price from $835,000 to $54,000. The average sale price this week was $225,000 with 74 days on market. There were 7 properties expired. There were 47 residential price changes. And currently we have 436 homes on the MLS. Year to date for 2025, there's been 389 homes have sold. Average sale price is $246,000 with 94 days on market. Last year there have been 405 homes that sold with an average sale price of $242,000 with 92 days on market. In 2023, there had been 365 homes that sold. Average sale price was $218,000. In 2022, there was 458 homes that sold. That was in the middle of COVID, obviously. 458 homes that sold. The average sale price was $220,000. In 2021, there had been 449 homes that sold, with an average sale price of $188,000. And in 2020, there had been 379 homes sold with an average sale price of $157,000. So you can see how the market's changed. People are coming here. It's easier for me I've had some people in and they wanted to just kind of see houses, and I won't take them through. They had a list of houses they wanted to see, and I'm like, I'm not going to make grandma get all dressed up and grab the dog and go someplace with a house that is never going to sell. You deal with buyers, like people that are ready to buy something, not just look. And there was a surprising number of vacant homes that I could show them and feel comfortable doing, just kind of letting them see what housing looks like. But there's a surprising number of vacants. So there's a lot of stuff out there. The prices are holding pretty well. But you can tell by the price reductions, 47 price reductions this week, and it's been a pretty consistent number. It's about 10% of those available are out there. But there's opportunities there. There's stuff that does come up. Stuff that's priced right, ready to go, is going. I mean, we're under 100 days on market. That was unheard of prior to COVID. You know, we were 200 days sometimes, 180. Now, nothing. So stuff that's ready to go is going. So don't let it scare you that, well, we're not going to do nothing. There's people that are looking to buy homes. There's people that are looking to come here. And we can help you do that. We can help you if you're looking to come here. If you're looking to move from one neighborhood to another, you got to downsize. Give my honey a call. She's at 870-405-0793. The website's retiredtoarkansas.net. And don't call the office. call Linda, 870-405-0793. Well, yeah, it sounds like we're sitting around in there. We don't.
Right.
Office is a good place to bring people, to meet. I got a big screen on the
I'll meet you at the office.
Meet you at the office. We got a big screen in the office. Our office is like an oversized office. We took two of them and knocked the wall out in between them. And we got like a nice kitchen table in there, comfortable. That's what we want.
There you go. It's been This Week in Real Estate with Bob Zdora. 870-405-0793 is the number. retiredtoarkansas.net is their website. We'll be back after this quick word. We'll be back.
We'll be back.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as it would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite, climate-controlled, and air-filtered boarding facility in the area, with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Providing caring, compassionate services at an affordable price is our goal at Connor Family Funeral Home. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that treats our friends and neighbors just like family, with a wide range of services and options to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area. Connor Family addresses all the details with no hidden fees, so you can rest assured that you are treated like family for a more personalized and worry-free service. That's Connor Family Funeral Home, where compassion and affordability meet, located in Mountain Home.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
It's a liquid.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's Football Friday. Believe it or not, we're talking football already. Spring game was last night on Thursday. Coach Arias with me, and Gage Hershberger is joining us this morning. Coach, it's that time of the year again.
We're going to take 6 days off, and then it's time to go. Then we'll get 2 weeks off, and then it's on for good.
So your 2 weeks is at the end of June, first part of July. Is that correct? And that's a mandatory AAA deal?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Gage Hershberger is a running back for Missouri. What is it, Missouri S&T?
Yes, sir. That's correct.
And that's in Rolla, Missouri. Senior there. This will be your last season this year?
Yes, sir. I'll be done in December. Got one more season to go. So it'll be 5 total. I redshirted my first year, but it's been good so far.
And what is your degree in?
Engineering management.
Engineering management. Construction engineering, electrical engineering.
A little bit of everything.
A little bit of all.
When it comes to putting up new stuff, new buildings, yes, sir.
And you said off camera a moment ago that you're headed to Florida to do an internship?
Tampa, Florida. We'll be starting the day after Memorial Day. So.
What are we building?
It's a big, just a commercial warehouse, essentially. Big spec building, so concrete floor, big concrete walls. They'll pour those and tilt those up. And you'll have your decking up top. It sounds a lot more simple than it is, but yeah, it's a good time.
Got to have hurricane restraints. You got to have all that stuff in there.
Down there you do, no kidding.
Yeah. Let's talk about your football world. How's it been playing ball at the college level?
It's been good, and you know, S&T is a Division II. what I think a lot of people don't understand is the fact that there's still a lot of great football being played in D2. You look at schools like Harding, which is obviously, kind of the upper echelon, but even some of the lower conferences, some of the lower divisions, you get some good football, and it's nothing to sneeze at. You got these kids that are always, Division I or bust, right? Coming out of whatever school they're coming out of. They don't understand until they really get there the caliber of football that can be played anywhere, not even just D2. You'll get NAIA schools that can kick some butt. You got D3s even. There's good football to be played anywhere, and if you can get a shot to play anywhere, you should do that.
You get the opportunity to play, take it.
Exactly. Yep.
Coach Harry, one thing that I've noticed in your 5 previous years of being here, going into your 6th year already, isn't that something?
I think I'm getting ready to start my 6th year in Mountain Home.
Right, absolutely right. It's a good feeling for the spectators, but it's got to be a good feeling as the head coach to know that you've been able to put several players to the next level.
I thought I was pretty good at it until the last 2 years, and I mean, man, recruiting has changed so much with the NIL stuff. I think even the Division IIs are sitting back waiting for portal guys to drop down, and they're holding off on the high school athlete. So I kind of stress about it right now. I have some good kids right now that I'm trying to help, and I just feel like they don't get near the love and respect they deserve.
Yeah, nobody's looking. They're waiting. They're
waiting
not
because
looking.
they just had another shuffle in the portal just recently, last few weeks. And I don't know how this is going to play out for the high school athlete. It's just different. It's a different time.
Gage, you were the first class that Coach Harry was here, is that correct?
Yes, sir, back in 2021.
How did you feel when you had another new coach coming in?
It was...
Because you've seen some coaches come through.
I've seen a few, but I will say that it's not because I'm sucking up to them. I love them, but I'm not sucking up to them, I promise. Something was different, and I could tell from the drop, and all of the seniors could tell from the drop. And even though it was COVID, and it was kind of a weird year, we couldn't, be together as much as we probably should have been over the summer and whatnot. And even when we were, it was, distance and having masks and everything. It was still different. And as season started to progress, we knew we had some talent. We knew we had something that we could, compete with. And that's not exactly something that we always were thinking, in the years prior. But it was definitely a different feeling. And once we started to see some success and get some wins under our belt, it really changed our whole mindset, and our confidence started to rise, and it was a fun year.
At what point did you know that you wanted to go on and play at the next level?
I'd always, really kind of wanted to. I grew up watching a ton of football and following it pretty hard, professionally too, if given the opportunity, but I know it's kind of 1% of 1%, if you will. But I always knew that I wanted to take it as far as I could. And, being what it was before his era when he came here, it was tough. Not many kids were going to play. So I just kind of said it is what it is, but it turned out well for me. And for that, I'm really appreciative, for sure.
Coach Harry, when you talk about going to the next level and pushing these kids and helping them get there, loving them to get there is where you're at. When you came to Mountain Home, did you see any of that hope there?
I think any kid that wants to play, there's a home for them. So I've really felt confident about that all my life. Now, they may have to pay a little money to play. You're not going to get the full rides at the Division III NAIA schools, and then you're not even going to get the full rides at D2. You need to get your academic money right. You need to get your grades right. And then even at the D1 level, when the guys that I had that was going to D1, they might get a 50% or they might get a 70%, but you're not going to get a lot of full money until you prove that you can get on the field. They're not going to just throw money at a guy that's going to sit on the bench and sleep through morning workouts and do those things. They want to dangle the carrot there, and if you really want full money, you're going to do exactly what they tell you to do. So, yeah, I've always thought there was a lot of potential. Anybody wants to play, there's a home for you. We just got to find it, and it may not be the home you want, but there's a home out there.
The difference, I had 3 of your previous players on the show last week. I had Morton and Pismini and Lag on, and we talked about the importance of putting in the work now so you can be recognized and folks will understand that you have that work ethic down the road. When do you start instilling that in these guys?
I try to start that as early as the 8th grade. If you come in as a sophomore or whatever and you've not worked at it, you're behind. It's just you're playing catch up for the rest of your years, and you're never going to meet the potential you could have had or be as successful as you could have been. So I think you got to start working early. I think everybody starts working early, and at the end of the day, you got to be able to compete and be as marketable as the next guy.
Gage, going to school in Mountain Home, Arkansas, and ending up in college in Rolla, Missouri, do you think coming from a smaller town, a smaller school, hurt you or helped you?
You know, one thing that I did realize once I got to school, or to college, I should say, is that, you know, it's more of a business in college for sure. It's a lot more personal in high school, and it was, I don't want to say a shock for me, but it was a change going up to school. And I wouldn't say that it necessarily hurt me, but I wasn't expecting it as much because I'd never been, you know, accustomed to it.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was definitely kind of there's an area of time there where I was just trying to figure things out and kind of still understand the flow, because I mean, at the end of the day, it's just football, but there's a lot more that goes into it. You know, there's a lot more wheels turning. There's a lot more, I guess, money on the line in college. And so it's definitely different, but you know, once you kind of understand that and see a little bit of that, it's just football at the end of the day. So.
Have you been keeping track of what's going on with your Mountain Home Bombers through your college days?
Oh yeah, and I'm a little bit jealous too. Yeah, seeing the success and all the teams that they're whipping up on nowadays that we haven't always been doing that to in the past. It's a great feeling. It's some days I wish I could come back and, you know, be a sophomore or ninth grader or something, but you know, it is what it is. I'm happy for it.
Now that you've said that, what would you do different?
You know, that's a tough one, Bob. I would probably approach it the same way I did, and I always was positive, and I don't want to say moral victories, you know, were good, but it came to a point when we weren't doing so hot, especially in the years before Coach. You just kind of gotta focus on your teammates and just trying to have the best season you can. And a lot of times, you know, unfortunately, it didn't translate to a ton of wins, but it feels a lot better when it does. And when you see, and if I were, you know, for example, a sophomore or a freshman, and I was looking up and say, oh, they had a 10-2, 10-3 season, why can't we do that? You know, and I think it would probably push me even harder. And I always had a good amount of drive because I knew I had a little bit of talent. I knew I could probably get a little money playing football somewhere. So I pushed it pretty hard, but it would probably push me even further to see success and continued success for years.
Coach Harry, would you agree that winning attracts winners?
Oh, absolutely. The thing he said a while ago was one of the things I just live by is confidence. You know, and that's the main reason I hired Greg Crow. We all know he's crazy.
Crazy Crow.
But he can freaking coach.
Yes.
And we try at the lower levels to be successful, and we feel like that trickles up with confidence and being success breeds success type of mentality.
Mm-hmm. Gage, if you could go back and pick one highlight out of your senior year when you were experiencing some winning, what game would it be or what play would it be that you can go back and say, that's what I remember about Bomber football?
You know, I don't know if I could pick out a specific play, Bob, but it was definitely our playoff win versus Pine Bluff my senior year. First one in, you know, 11 or 12 years, whatever it was. Fantastic feeling. I don't know if I've had that feeling since then. That was definitely on my Mount Rushmore probably of my life up until now.
Mm-hmm.
Great experience.
That was a great time.
Mm-hmm.
It was a great time.
That was a great time.
Yeah. Yeah, they wouldn't let us leave.
Coach just called. I don't know if he's wanting us to announce something. I'm going to text him real quick.
They wouldn't let us leave the stands until all the Pine Bluff people were gone.
Mm-hmm.
So the camera crew and all of us, we had to stay up there and said, y'all can't leave until this is done. They weren't happy with us for sure.
Remember it.
Yeah, they weren't happy at all. What would you say to the young student athlete that's sitting out there in the 7th, 8th, 9th grade that's just thinking, well, maybe I'm going to play football this year, maybe I'm not. Maybe I'll play one more year, but then I'm going to specialize in baseball or golf or tiddlywinks or chess. What would you say to that student athlete that's kind of on the fence?
Well, definitely give it a try, because you don't know, you may fall in love with it, and it could take you somewhere you never thought you could go. And that's with any sport, honestly, but obviously football is near and dear to me, near and dear to us. So don't give up on it. Sometimes it's more of a physical sport, and it doesn't always, look great to some people, because, you see all these injuries, and you see people getting banged up and hurt all the time. Just give it a shot. Give it a shot. Don't give up on it, because, again, you don't know where it can take you.
Coach Ari, I know we've talked about this a little bit in the past. This will be going into your 6th season. 5 years in a row you've made it to the state playoffs. 5 years in a row you've made it to the second level of playoffs. But last year you did something a little bit special, and hasn't happened around here since 2006, and you took a team to what is eventually the Final Four. You've made it into the Final Four. That has not happened since 2006, and I wanted to get you a little something so you could remember that, if that's all right.
Oh, really?
I did. Right. Yes, sir. Had this made for you. So you'll remember that season and remember those guys that were on that team that helped you get there. 5-2 in the 6A West Conference. I believe it was.
Is that the right camera?
Yep, that'd be fine. 10-3 overall.
Can't get it straight.
First time since 2006 being in the Final Four. And congratulations on that, and this year might be the year.
Yes, that was a special group right there. I felt like we get into a team like that, and we got beat up really pretty early.
Mm-hmm.
Lost a lot of guys, and sometimes you got to be lucky to be good. And we felt like we had some good depth and kids that prepared themselves in the weight room and off season, and little good fortune come our way for sure. Appreciate that, Bob.
Yes, sir. Gage and his bunch were the first group of seniors that came through with you and got you into the first round of the playoffs for the first time in 11 or 12 years. Just a great thing.
Yeah. I wish we'd got a hold of his bunch about 2 years earlier, because they would have made some noise. I mean, we made a little bit of noise anyway. But I'm telling you, if we'd had those guys 2 more years in the weight room and 2 more years, look out, they'd have been nasty.
I wasn't going to say it, but I do agree.
A lot of time in the weight room helps a lot of things happen on the field, for sure. Coach, on that little plaque I just gave you, list every player that was on the team. That's a good sized number. If you were to go through and count all those, there's some good numbers there. How are the numbers this season? I know you had your spring game last night. How's it looking as far number wise?
I would say we're probably running close to 85, 87 kids right now. We was up about 93, and I've probably had a half a dozen drop in the last couple weeks, and I've added 1 or 2. So I'd say we're high 80s, mid to high 80s.
How's your incoming class of seniors? Is there leadership there?
There's potential. We're not there yet.
Summer's not over. So
summer's not over. We got work to do. We got to work on their leadership skills and.
But you do that with those seniors. You work with them and you teach them what it takes to be a leader.
Yeah, and you try to get your hands on them in school and do some stuff, but with the ASUMH and things, so there's sometimes you can't get your hands on kids, and I'm going to have to make it a point of emphasis to get my hands on some kids. I really felt like that's what helped us last year was our leadership academy, and we had some great leaders.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys didn't give us no problems. It was every day. They didn't. No nonsense on the weekends, no nonsense in the classroom. They were gentlemen, and they played like men.
Is this group no nonsense enough to have another overnighter?
Yeah, we're not doing an overnight. These guys here, there's no telling what they get into.
Yeah.
You know what you got, and sometimes Henry makes a pretty good football player.
Absolutely. Guys, I appreciate y'all taking the time to join me this morning on our Football Friday. Coach Ari, I'm looking forward to another good season and a lot of time on the football field, and looking forward from 7th grade all the way up through varsity. Gage, best of luck to you on your internship down in Florida. Hope everything works out all right to you, and best of luck in the future And congratulations on your success at Missouri S&T.
Thank you, sir.
And Coach Harry, we'll be talking to you soon.
Won't be long.
Coach Harry's got to run. Got parent-teacher conference, so we're going to have to let things roll. You've been watching The Morning Show on XL7-TV.
It's a liquidation closeout at Sleep Mart. All 2024 Flex Steel recliners now 50 to 70% off retail. Plus, Sleep Mart will pay the tax on all non-clearance sale items. Hurry to Sleep Mart for the liquidation closeout today at 701 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home.
Even on the most perfect day, the unexpected can happen. But with just one call to their local Red Ribbon expert at Overhead Door, they can get their garage door fixed or replaced in a jiffy.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home. Experience the best in Mexican dining. Letty's in Gassville. Voted numerous times as the best Mexican restaurant in the Twin Lakes area. Come out for delicious breakfast served all day. Or enjoy an authentic Mexican lunch or dinner. $1.49 tacos on Thursday. 10% discount for seniors every day. No time? Call Letty's and have your to-go order waiting for you. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties, weddings, holidays, or big events. The best Mexican restaurant in the Twin Lakes area. Letty's in Gassville.
Well, folks, have you been trout fishing before?
Not since I was a little kid.
You'll do fine.
Hey, what are you doing?
Aren't you coming along?
See you downriver.
How do you start this motor? I've never been in a boat before.
See you downriver.
Well, folks, have you sold a house before?
Yeah, about 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you'll be okay then.
You sure?
Where are you going?
See you at the closing.
Hey!
At the closing.
We should have called the Z-Team.
If you're looking for something wonderful and delicious, then head on over to Paradise Cream for a homemade ice cream experience. With over 20 flavors to choose from, like German chocolate cake or sea salt caramel, it's always homemade and delicious. Paradise Cream has something for everyone and also carries dairy-free and vegan ice cream options. So whether you like it in a cup or in one of their homemade waffle cones, you're in for a wonderful dessert experience. Located at 1525 North Main Street in Harrison, right across from Pizza Hut and Castle Rental, or in Mountain Home next to Ramada Inn, because you're on your way to paradise.
Sleep Mart's liquidation closeout is on. All 2024 mattresses are 50 to 70% off retail, and we're paying the sales tax on all non-clearance sale items. Hurry to Sleep Mart at 701 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home for the liquidation closeout today. Your senior health care.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. My guest had to leave a little bit early this morning, so brought back Mr. Bob Zdora.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about plans. Community plans. You've got the memorial thing on the square on Monday.
On Monday, yep.
And then the next thing will probably be what, the 4th of July, Independence Day?
4th of July.
Red, white, and blue.
Red, white, and blue will be the weekend before that.
Will the Z team have a tent there?
No.
No tent at the
No, I go with the chamber and I help them with, they have a race in the morning, a 5K, and I've been doing that for a couple of years. It's nice, it's cool, it's kind of stay out of the limelight.
You can leave the sun when you want to.
I wait till it's all done and everything's done, we're good to go, and I can say bye. I've done my part.
You are an ambassador for the Mountain Home Chamber of Commerce?
I'm on the board of directors.
On the board of directors?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. What's going on with the chamber?
It's busy. I mean, there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff and stuff that, can't talk about stuff that you hear this or that one call, or you're trying to get information for people, looking for information on here and there. They're like everybody else, and they're there for, they want, and then they're gone. And then they want. So I don't know if they got a list and they work their way down and then they start all over again when they're looking for locations. But there's a lot of interest in this area, obviously. It's just a great place to be for so many reasons.
Bottom line is things are happening here in Mountain Home, Arkansas, and we'd like for you to be part of it.
Yes.
And we thank you for joining us on the morning show on XL7-TV. We will see you Tuesday. We will not have a live show on Monday. We'll see you Tuesday. Have a great weekend.